So do you want to become an overnight sensation? An overnight dog trainer on the internet? It's so easy, isn't it? Should dog trainers be regulated? In the real world, they should be, shouldn't they? People shouldn't be able to just open up Facebook pages advertising themselves as dog trainers. But that is the biggest problem we have out there. We have people with a couple of dogs or one dog, and some people with no dogs, but they can see that they can make money by advertising themselves as dog trainers. Now, everyone's got to start somewhere, so I totally understand that. But if you think becoming a dog trainer and an overnight sensation on the internet is going to work, dream on. It's not. The only way you're going to make a good earning out of what you're trying to sell, a good business, is by being honest up front, because you'll get caught out. People will come to you to begin with, and then they'll realize they're wasting their time and they're ruining their dogs. And there's so many people out there on the internet. Now, I specialize, as you can see, I'm a Gundog trainer. I am a Gundog trainer, and yet I reached number 21 in the hit parade, worldwide YouTube channel Gundog trainers. That was last year, before my site was taken down by YouTube. Now, the reason my site was taken down is because of jealousy and how many hits I was getting, and it was stopping paying YouTube members who monetize their sites from being at the top of the list. And it's all about being at the top of the list. So if you want to get the custom, and trust me, when you became as famous as I did as an internet trainer, your diary is absolutely full. But if you can't sort those dogs out and you're ripping people off and fleecing people, it will soon go around the internet what you're really like. And that's the problem with the internet. There's too many people out there who are willing to give their opinions. And all I can say to you is, it's not all what it's cracked up that you might think it is. You have to be resilient. You have to accept criticism, because there's nothing wrong with people giving you their opinion about you as a dog trainer. There's nothing wrong with that as a dog trainer. But when it gets personal, then you have to do something about it. So that's why I'm having to address a certain issue at the moment that I just wanted to move on with my life, but it's being addressed at this moment as we speak. So what I'm saying to you, everyone out there, it's easy to become a Facebook phenomenon by either being controversial, funny, silly, or selling yourself. But if you're going to sell yourself and you sell yourself in the wrong way, it's going to come back and bite you. As simple as that. So what we need to look at is the facts. First, you need to build yourself a following. You need to get people to view your videos, subscribe to you, and it's important the amount of times your videos are actually looked at. That is part and parcel of building a name for yourself on the internet. Now, if you've got history behind you, that you've been in the dog training industry for a long time, you can bring all that experience to your knowledge and understanding of feeding people out there your videos. If people like your videos, they'll follow you. If they don't like your videos, they'll switch off. If your videos are boring, they'll just disappear. Your channel will get no following. And that's what happens with a lot of people who want to become dog trainers. We're not just talking about gun dog trainers, but gun dog trainers is a small part of dog training industry. And for me to get the following that I got on YouTube, being just a gun dog trainer, was a great achievement to reach, and I was proud of it, because I didn't intentionally go out of my way to become an internet dog trainer. I was fed up with watching all the rubbish out there and listening to the lies and the rubbish that people peddle to try and promote themselves. And so what I started to do is put up the videos to show people that I train dogs to a very high standard, and I treat dogs the way that I treat dogs day in and day out, and I treat people the same. And people seem to like the honesty, and people like the openness, and they saw that the dogs were getting results, and you could see the dogs were happy. That's how you get the following. You don't get the following if you're frying dogs with e-collars and suppressing them, and they're sitting on place boards and scared to go anywhere. you know, it's a terrible thing, the dog training industry, because it's like a big cat fight out there, isn't it? And yet all I wanted to do is bring people together in the Gundog world, and people to realize that we can use corrections and we can use punishment, but what we can't use is abuse. Because over the years I've seen it, and I think we need to educate people. We need to be totally honest with people. Is there anybody else on the internet doing it? That's what you've got to ask. Is there anybody like Chris Upton on the internet? Is that why Chris Upton's got a major following? Or is it all the haters and they got nothing better to do? Well, I can tell you what, it's not all the haters, because we've gone past that stage. We've got a few obsessive people who still go after us on a regular basis. You have to live with that if you become well known. They didn't know what I'd achieved or how well known I was in the Gundog training world, because they never heard of me, because I didn't need to boast and put myself on the internet like so many people have in the past. But once I started putting myself on the internet, they challenged me, because they accused me of being a bully and cruel to dogs. And I'm a fighter. I'm not putting up with that. So what I've done is I stood up to the madding crowd, and I started up putting up my videos, and I've changed people's mindsets. I've opened people's minds, and that's what it's about. And it's not all about the money, but we all have to earn a living. I understand. So although my videos got taken down, and it was very upsetting at the time last year, just another kick in the teeth, I dusted myself off, got myself back up, and started again. My YouTube channel is growing, but the most important thing is we have a private group on Patreon, paying members, and those paying members get my assistance, where everybody on YouTube and Facebook used to get my assistance for free. I'm now putting my time and my effort into looking after my Patreon members. And it's a far better group, it's a far better way to go on the internet. Because I think in a minute, so many people are going to come off some of these big platforms because they're taking away our freedom of speech. I really strongly believe in freedom of speech, but I don't believe in slander. I don't believe in rubbishing people for the sake of trying to make yourself look better. I think that constructive criticism is fine. There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism. There's nothing wrong with having an opinion. But when it becomes personal and a vendetta, then I think personally it goes too far. That's why I'm now taking action. It's as simple as that. So I don't want to really talk too much about that at the moment. I'm just saying that if you think becoming an internet sensation on the internet as a dog trainer is a fantastic thing, it's not all roses. It's not always sunny in the garden, trust me. You have to have thick skin. You have to be able to get on with what you do and stand up for what you do. Have a conviction. If you train dogs to a good standard and you use discipline, discipline is allowed. There is no law saying you cannot use discipline to a dog, corrections to a dog. And anybody who says that is not true is a complete and utter liar. But what society is trying to do, they're trying to bully us into going down their way of thinking. Have an open mind. Watch the videos before you make judgment. And that's what people have done. That's why I've got the following I've got. They are desperate to wipe me off the internet. Why? Because I'm taking business away from these people, and I talk about people who should be talked about for their lies and their peddling their ideologies on the internet about dog training. If everything could be done with love and affection and treat training, food-based training, I'd be the first one out there promoting it. I promote the tools, I show you how to use the tools, and I promote quality dog training videos. Yes, I've got a sense of humour, and if it wasn't for my sense of humour, then I don't think I'd be here today. The stress, the hassle that these people put you under, they know they do it, but at the end of the day, don't let them win. Whatever you do, you must not let them win. You keep sticking it up them. Every time they knock you down or rubbish you, you just stick it up them. And when I say stick it up them, I do it with satire. I do it with satire, and I think humour is the best form of entertainment for these people. There's no point in getting into a heated debate with these people. You offer them a platform, they don't want it. They don't want that platform because it doesn't give them the power. The lies they peddle give them the power. And that's what we've got to put up with. So without my members in Patreon, I'd be in real trouble at the moment because we've got nobody coming here training because of the lockdown. But because I've built a name for myself and a following for myself, then I'm surviving and I'm doing well on the internet. And I think so many other trainers are trying to get onto the internet platforms because they're now realizing, what am I going to earn a living? I used to just advertise myself on Facebook, on YouTube, say I'm a trainer, when in fact they're working somewhere else. They're not professional dog trainers. But I'm not rubbishing them people. I'm just saying you don't always get what you think you're going to get when you look at something on the internet. You've got to study somebody or watch a number of their videos. Look at their work. Look at their customers. Are their customers happy? Or are their customers complaining? No, they don't put up videos of their customers complaining, do they? But at Corleone Gundogs, we put up warts and all because I believe that we need to show people what really happens in the dog training world. But I don't want to worry too much about the general dog training world. I'm just showing that we're all interlinked. But I specialise in gun dogs. Have a nice day. If you want real debate, or you want to see a real gun dog trainer, come over to Patreon and watch a professional dog trainer help people with their dogs. Like we say, never mind the bollocks, show us your dog. So many people can talk about it, but can they actually do it? That's my logo. Never mind the bollocks, show us your dog.